Take a look at this. A retired New York City police officer is seen on camera chasing after suspects who randomly punched him in the head while he was walking down the sidewalk in Brooklyn. His attackers are still on the loose. Harvey Kraft is that retired NYPD officer and joins me now. Harvey, good morning. We're so sorry about what happened. You're another victim of a random attack. Describe what that situation was like. What happened?
Okay, I appreciate that. I was just walking down the street. I thought I was going to have an uneventful afternoon, but suddenly I realized there was evil lurking in the shadows. And unbeknownst to me, while I had my back turned to the street, while I was browsing through some merchandise, I felt like a thunderous shot to the temple on the right side of my head. And it actually felt like there was a metal object in his fist. That's how hard it was. But it didn't knock me down. I didn't get knocked out. And I was just stunned for a quick second. I immediately turned around, confronted them. And then when they saw I wasn't knocked out, I started chasing them. And they were all running in different directions. And I saw on a video in retrospect that this was a planned attack because they were with their cell phones adjusting it. So I think their main objective in the highlight of the day was to attack an unsuspecting person and put it on video, and that's what these individuals are proud of these days.
Police are saying that this was part of a knockout game or a social media challenge. They were filming it, which means that they were not afraid of the consequences of what they were going to do to you. And that's part of the problem.
It's amazing the audacity they have and the boldness on an afternoon on a crowded street, almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It just shows you that anyone can be a victim at any time, day or night, and you have to be constantly on guard. And it's unfortunate but true, and I'm glad that it resulted without any injuries. And in a sense, I'm glad that I was the person, because I could tell if it wasn't me, it would have been someone perhaps more frail, elderly. They could have fell to the ground, cracked their skulls, because there are people that have gone into comas, been hospitalized, and actually have died as a result.
There's something like that happened a few months ago, and it was just a random attack similar to yours. Some guy gets punched in the head. He did fall. He was knocked unconscious, and his skull was cracked. The guy who did it, out on bail, per usual. So you're a retired police officer.
Correct, yes.
No surprise that you say that you are glad that it happened to you, unfortunate that it happened at all. What is your message to city leaders? Because this stuff keeps on happening.
Well, I think they all have to do a better job in keeping the citizenry of New York City safe and put the citizens first instead of the perceived rights and priority of the criminals. Because how many times do you see people are repeat offenders and they have rap sheets that could fill up the yellow pages? They're apprehended. The police are doing their job. It's their job to enforce the law and to apprehend the suspects. And then it's up to the district attorneys, the judges, and the court system to put them behind bars and keep them free from injuring others and endangering the lives of innocent, good people. If you don't have safety in the city, what good is anything else? And I could tell you, I worked in the 80s and 90s when crime was also rampant and there were a lot of murders. However, I think you could actually feel the fear that's in the city today. It's like palpable.
Oh, without doubt.
And this is affecting every borough. When I was working as an officer, there were select neighborhoods and communities that were known to be dangerous. And in other areas, you felt comfortable. But now you have to be on.
The crime is creeping into the safer areas now, and you're right.
It's all over every neighborhood.
New York City is absolutely a city on edge, and we're so glad that you're here to tell your story and warn other people, because what happened to you could have been much worse. Harvey, thank you so much for joining us.
No, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely.